Alrighty, here we are working on exercise 12-11. We're doing some more installment note transactions, just breaking it up a little bit into a few different transactions. So in this case, we have a company that's borrowing $210,000 on a 6-year 9% installment note from a bank, and they're going to make payments every year of $46,813 at the end of every year, and so that means they'll owe a year's worth of interest and some principal. Whatever's not interest out of that will be principal. So let's just do this. First thing that happens, we issue the notes for cash at the face amount, so it's not discounted. $210,000 is the amount of cash we're getting in. So on 1/1, cash and note payable, Bulldog, and that was 210. So we got our cash, our asset coming in, it increases, so that's a debit. We've got our liability, note payable to Bulldog. It's a liability, so it increases with a credit. Debits equal credits. Alright, a year's gone by, and we're going to make a payment, which every single year the payment is going to be $46,813. In this first year, the interest is $18,900, and I bet if we multiply 210 times 9%, we get $18,900. Yep, 1 year's worth of interest, $18,900. And then whatever's not $18,900 is going to principal, which apparently that is $27,913. So that's the difference, $46,813 minus $18,900, $27,913. Yep, that's what's going to reduce the principal. So we will just do that. Of course, we pay with cash, right? So on 12/31, we got note payable Bulldog, and every time we pay it, it's going to be $46,813. I'm sorry, that's the cash we're paying out. What we're paying out in terms of the note is $27,913, and of course the interest expense, they told us, but we also calculated it, $18,900. And of course you add those two up, and that's our cash that we're having to pay out, or what they tell us the payment is every single year, $46,813. There, we did that. Now we come along, and a few years down the road, we're still paying our same payment of $46,813, but a few years down the road, our principal has reduced, so the interest is less. $10,665 is interest, so we're still paying $46,813, but more is going towards principal now because our note has been reduced. So $10,665, we have to figure out how much to put towards principal out of this. So we'll just calculate that real quick. $46,813 minus $10,665 is equal to $36,148. So that is the note payable principal reduction. All right, note payable principal. So that's the amount going to note payable this time. Why is it less than this? And why is it more than this? Because the interest is less. So every year as we reduce the principal more and more, we pay less and less interest. Therefore, more can go to principal. All right, so the same idea, note payable, interest expense, and cash. Cash is always going to be the same every year because it's an installment note. We're paying the same amount. It's these two that are going to be different. So on 12/31/2017, right, we've got note payable 36,148. And of course, interest expense, that hasn't changed. The amount has changed, but the account hasn't. It's still interest expense, and they told us that is 10,665. Right, and our cash, same amount, 46,813. And we're done. So whether I ask you to calculate principal interest, principal times the rate times the time, or whether it's given to you, on your exam you'll be having some bonds and notes transactions. And good luck with them.